Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Dad. Today, we're going to be talking once more about Sundial. Now, in this video, we're going to dive a little bit towards pieces of due diligence, as the name of the title suggests, and then into technical analysis. So first off, in Sundial, they work in the cannabis industry. They have a lot of commitment into investing into the cannabis industry within Canada and beyond. I did talk about it in the last video with the SAF group. And the main purpose of that is to try to capture the 20 billion in 2020 market just for cannabis, approximately to a forecasted $47 billion by 2025. Now, Sundial has a commitment of around $540 million. SAF has $2 billion in that kind of transaction. Speaking of which, make sure to subscribe, blah, 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 if you actually feel like doing so. Now, in terms of the latest news that we do have one on December 8th, and they basically reiterate their commitment to the transactions with Alcanna and announces ISS support for plan and arrangement. So we did talk about the Alcanna products in the presentation, I believe last video or the video before, and this one really does talk about the breakdown of the commitment. So it says Sundial is committed to the existing consideration offered to Alcanna shareholders, whereby Alcanna shareholders will receive for each common shares of Alcanna held 10.69 common shares for Sundial. Now, based on the fixed exchange ratio, the closing price of Sundial shares on December 7th, 2021, the consideration represents a deemed value of approximately $8.08 per Alcanna share. This value implies an 11% premium from the closing of Alcanna shares on TSX on December 7th, 2021, and an implied price based on Sundial's 30-day average trading volume as of December 7th, 2021. It would take approximately 3 days of liquidity for holders of Alcanna shares to dispose of all the Sundial shares and receive the pursuant to the agreement. So a bit of things here to talk about. Basically, some people will be getting around 11% premium on their Alcanna shares, and they will be getting Sundial. Now, some of them just want to make that money. So if you have a large amount of money, then you might just be fine with that 11%. You will have minds that will just want to switch these over just to sell them at a higher premium at around 11%. So this might cause the price point to drop just a little. Now, you get to see the price point was dropping for a while. It did see a bit of a push upwards, but it might actually cause a little bit of a selling force from these people coming in from Alcanna that only wanted to flip for 11%. So that is always kind of potential, but you're also probably going to have people from Alcanna that are just interested in Sundial and diversifying their portfolio and switching out some shares. Now, the last thing I do want to talk about in terms of news was back on December 2nd, which is Sunstream IVXX Investment Corp announces confidential submission of draft of registration statement for proposal of initial offering, and this is in the first quarter of 2022. So this is relating towards Sunstream. I did talk about basically their partnership, but first off, it would be a specialty finance company that operates as a closed-end, non-diversified management investment company that anticipates electing to be regulated as a business development company under its Investment Company Act of 1940. The number of shares of common stock to be sold at the price range for the proposed offering has not yet been determined. The purpose of the offering is used to net proceeds therefrom to invest primarily in the debt of the U.S. cannabis companies across the cannabis industry with Sunstream IVXX. So basically, a new IPO for a company that will raise money and use that to buy companies in debt or buy the debt of cannabis companies to get a profit out of it. Now, another thing as well, one of the last things on the SEC filings, and one of the only things that have been really important for me on the SEC filings in the last week, it's the compliance date. Well, it is no wonder the stock is under not compliance, and it's not in compliance as it is below $1 and has been for a while. So they have until February 7th, 2022 to regain compliance with the minimum bid. At any time prior to February 7, 2021, the closing bid of the company is above $1 for a minimum of 10 consecutive business days. The company will regain compliance. So that's what it needs. But currently, the company does not have compliance and already received an extension from before. So probably by mid-January, if it doesn't reach that compliance, you might be looking at a reverse split, which is always bad for the stock. Let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, what we do get to see here with Sundial is, of course, it's not showing the best we hope it does. Now, from technical analysis, you're able to see 30 EMAs above the 10 SMA and 200 SMAs above the 50 SMA, and the price point is below all the averages. So very bearish when it comes towards the moving average bands, or just moving averages. Now, the 80X, you're able to see is at 22.35, not signaling in any kind of movement or direction that we want it to be in. And the willing percent R is sitting at neutral, which is similar to RSI, showcasing an equal demand for buying and selling. Now, for MACD, you're seeing this one is attempting a bullish reversal in the next few days, and that's a very critical step for the stock. It does showcase that there is a very strong chance for a bullish reversal, and if it does actually go ahead with, it can gain a lot of momentum. It has even shown by the momentum indicator. Momentum gone from negative 0.35 all the way to negative 0.09, indicating that there is an interest for this stock to kind of do good, and there's a lot of people on the sidelines that are hoping to ride a wave for this one. Now, currently on stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are indicating there is a chance for this one to move upwards or going on towards a bullish reversal. Now, moving average bands. This one is expected to trade between 74 cents in the top and 61 cents in the bottom, and in the middle 67, although the moving average bands are diving a little bit downwards. Not the best look for this one. Now, I was going to go with Fibonacci retracements and showcase some resistances and supports, but I've done that so many times, and I do want to highlight the road to $1. So just to give you an idea, up to $1, because that is the price point we do need to avoid a reverse split. So the first resistance comes out at around 61 cents or 60 cents, and then above there around 64 cents, and then a little bit up to 65, 69, going higher to 73, and then upwards to 78, then upwards to 81, 83, 85, 88, going to 91, then 95, and then upwards to $1, 106, going to 113, and then if it does cross that, it's 122, and then to 138. So that kind of gives you an idea above the one, or towards the $1. Now, at the current time, there is a very strong support that it doesn't or shouldn't break it between 58 and 59 cents. Now, below there, it's 56, and below there, it's 53. So what happens if you break it? Then, we're diving a little bit back into history, and we're able to see below 53 cents, well, of course, nothing good comes out of it, but you got down to 44 or 45 cents, and then from there on, 36, then 25, then 18 cents, and then 14 cents. Hopefully, we don't ever see those prices again. Now, in terms of stock analysis and basically analysts in general, you're able to see that it's a little bit outdated, but you got 2 from 28 days in last month with a price target very close to $1. Currently has 3 holds, 0 buys, 0 sells, with a price target average of 89 cents, which is around 52% upside. Comes to the question, Ed, what do you think is going to happen here? Well, I do really believe that this stock coming in towards the holidays will probably meet new lows. There's not going to be a lot of interest towards it. Coming in early on with January, I do think it most likely will start seeing a bit of a bounce. The market has cooled off quite significantly so far in December, so you might see some pushes back into January, and perhaps even as early as next week. If this actually does play through and we get that bullish reversal, then we're on to a really strong ride into 2022. But if it doesn't, then I think early on January would be the first kind of chance for it to see a bullish reversal. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.